To the vlog. This is the first book that I'm reading out of my Chunky Book Challenge book stack. And I will say that I originally started to read Anathema by Neil Stevenson last night. I read a few pages, maybe 15 or 20 or so, and decided that it's not really the right time for me to pick that book up. I do think that I will enjoy it, but because I've been kind of edging around a little bit of a book slump, I want something that's not going to be quite so intensive of a read. That I want something that's going to be more easy to read and just kind of pull me in and compel me to read, and to read pretty quickly. So I think what I'm going to do is read Paradise 1 by David Wellington. This is a deep space colony from Earth that goes dark. There's a crew sent to investigate, and there's a horrifying discovery. This is just under 700 pages, and it is totally sci-fi. It has what it seems to be a little bit of mystery and horror elements to it, and I feel like this is really just something that is going to pull me in right now. This is what I need to read. So that's the plan. I will bring you along with me as I get through it. I'm hoping to finish it in under 10 days. I think I should be able to do that, but I do have quite a bit of stuff kind of going on. So tomorrow I'm going to get my Invisalign, and I have physical therapy. I also have another class that begins on Monday. So I'll have 2 classes going, which means 2 live sessions, more reading, more classwork, and quizzes. So who knows? Who knows? But I do think that I may get the chance this week to read a little bit more than I usually do in the evenings. So keep your fingers crossed. So that's it for now. Just wanted to give you a quick little update as to what I was picking up and tell you what my goals were, what my plans were, what was happening. It's supposed to be so hot this week, you know, like hell's front porch, literally outside my door. I don't think that I'll be spending much time outside or swimming. I will be sitting my butt on the sofa during all my free time, hopefully, and reading. How are you guys doing with this massive freaking heat wave that has pretty much taken over the country? You have, from what I understand, like it's been really intense all over. So stay cool, my friends. Read books in the air conditioning. Bye guys, I'll talk to you again in a little bit. I'm back. I'm 180 pages into Paradise 1, and I am enjoying it. It's a very fun read. It has a lot of elements to it that seem pretty original, and I wasn't expecting them per se. For instance, there is this robot that is along for the ride, and he takes the form of this 3D printed green spider or crab kind of appearance. Hazel, what are you doing? Thank you. Oh, thank you. So that's been really fun. I expected... She wants all the attention, so please excuse her. And also, please excuse if I sound funny. I got my Invisalign yesterday, and so it still feels a little bit weird talking with it in, and I almost kind of gives me a little bit of a lisp at times, depending on where my tongue needs to be in order to make the sound. Back to Paradise 1. I do think that it is doing a lot of things very kind of divergent from what I expected. So I expected for a crew to go and for them to land on a planet and, go from there. But so far, everything that has occurred in space. And that I was not expecting. I do think that the story is gripping, and I do find myself wanting to pick it up and see what's going to happen next. I think that the writing is very simple. It's very accessible. It's not a dense sci-fi book. You don't need to be a seasoned sci-fi reader to grasp the concepts and the words and the language. But at the same token, I feel like the characters are a little bit interchangeable. Like, they don't feel overly distinctive to me or remarkable. They do feel common or standard character that they don't really stand out to me. I'm not finding myself really relating to them or being drawn to them in any real way that's gonna last. I do think it's a fun book to read, and I'm having a great time reading it so far. I'm enjoying the things that he's doing differently, the things that he's doing that I did not expect him to do. For instance, the AI aboard the ship that they're on ends up kind of crashing, basically, and in its stead, it leaves this simulation in the command center in the main room of the ship. And I thought that was really fun and something a little divergent than what you kind of normally see in other sci-fi books. It's still really early. Like I said, this book is almost 700 pages and I'm only not even 200 pages in. And so I think that it has plenty of time to really make itself more distinctive, for the characters to make themselves more distinctive. I do think he's done a great job with the setting and building the atmosphere in this ship and situating you within it in a way that you can easily visualize the things around you and the extreme circumstances taking place. Like I said, I really appreciate the fact that he's doing things that are unexpected. It's not your straight up conventional sci-fi so far. Like, it's definitely done some twists that I wasn't expecting. So I'm really liking it. I'm having a great time. I feel like I'm moving through it really quickly. Like I said, it's super easy to read, super simple and accessible. I think that that's really all I have to say about it at this point. It is, what is today? It's Tuesday and it's like noon. So I still have plenty of time today. I am going to sit down and read here in a little bit, and I'm really hoping to knock out another pretty large chunk of this. Tomorrow I have PT again. Oh, and then school. So in school, in my classes, I really got ahead last week in my first class. And so I haven't had much to do for that one this week. And so I've been mainly focusing on the new class that is starting, which is copyright and publishing. And so I've just had some things to read and a little introduction to write, and that's it really. So not a whole lot in that department, which I am thankful for. Although I will have a live session on Thursday night and a live session on Saturday. I'm home alone this week. I feel like that will give me a little bit more time in the evenings to spend reading. That's it. I don't know. There's really not much going on. Just wanted to give you a quick little check-in and tell you what I was feeling about this. I will check back in maybe later tonight after I've gotten a bit more under my belt, and we'll see. Talk to you in a bit. this book has gotten freakishly disturbing. The horror element has kicked in, I would say. I'm about page 240. It's gotten pretty gory, pretty intense. Nothing like crazy, not like I'm like sitting here like scared or freaked out, but it's doing what it says that it was going to do. Endless dark, endless terror. No, but it's definitely taking a kind of a weird twisty turn pretty quickly. Yeah, liking it. I like it a lot. I like the dark sci-fi, you know, it's giving me vibes of like Alien, you know, Sigourney Weaver and stuff. Although the alien is quite different in this case. No spoilers. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Just a little in the moment reaction. So, talk to you later. Quick update for you guys. It's Thursday and I have not read much. I read maybe 40 pages yesterday. So I think I'm around the page 280, something like that. And it's good. I like it. I like the shock value, the horror elements. I like the turn that the story has taken. I think it's really fun to have horror in sci-fi. It definitely is. It's interesting. I don't think it's the best writing, but I do think it gets the job done. I think that the characters could be a little bit more distinctive. Like there could definitely be... Actually, let me go back and say that there is one character in particular, the doctor, who I think his character is really defined and distinctive, and he stands out compared to the other two main characters. And I think that is for a purpose. There is a specific reason for that. And I do think that the characterizations of the AI are very interesting and creepy. So I do like that, and I think that it's effective. I do think that I need a little bit more, something like more revelations or a more distinctive end game. Right now I kind of feel like we really are just grasping what's happening and we don't really know where it's going or what the ultimate goal is. You know what I'm saying? It feels a little untidy. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still pretty early in the book. I mean, I'm not even halfway yet, which actually was hoping to reach that last night, but I ended up watching a movie instead. I ended up watching World War Z again. So I don't know. So today is probably not going to be the best day either, just because I have some editing to do and then I have class tonight. So it may be this weekend before I make any real headway in this book, but it's not because I don't like it. I do like it. I'm enjoying it. I think it's a combination of my kind of little rut that I'm in and just the fact that the story is leaving me wanting a little bit. So I will definitely keep you updated as I make progress and if it gets better. And hopefully it will, because I've heard a few people say that they really liked it. So that's it for now. I hopefully will have another update soon and I will check back in. Bye. So I just had a protein shake and I like to add like kashi cereal or granola, just like textured, something to chew. And these, since I got the Invisalign and they put these things on your teeth, also like just my teeth in general are sore now. They hurt a little bit, especially when I eat things that are harder to chew. It's a struggle. I don't know why, but for some reason I didn't realize when I decided to get the Invisalign that it would be such a chore to eat. But let me tell you, because every time I eat, I have to then like clean my teeth before I put them back in. I'm very much a small meal. I like to have smaller meals more often. It's just easier on my digestion. And let me tell you, it's not working for me with this Invisalign stuff. So like yesterday, I just skipped lunch altogether and had a bigger dinner, which is not ideal. Anyway, I'm just sitting here, was watching YouTube while I drank that, and then I'm gonna read. It's about 2:30 on Friday, and I have at least an hour or so free after I did some schoolwork. I cleaned, I just had my shake. So I'm gonna take an hour, maybe an hour and a half to myself to dive back into Paradise 1. I made it to page 338 yesterday, so I'm about at the halfway point. I'm still liking it. I wouldn't say at this point that I see it being like a favorite or something that I would highly recommend. It's more like a fun read, a fast read. So I wanted to also make the comparison to Event Horizon. So if you have seen Event Horizon, it is one of my favorite horror movies, and it takes place in space. And that is the vibes that I'm getting from this book, just on a lower key level. I wouldn't say that they're, like I mentioned, that the writing isn't anything fantastic or great or, deep. There's not a lot of symbolism to anything. You do see the theme that he has going with the dangers inherent in AI, and a lot of those topics and ideas are showing up in this book. So that's a thing. But, I'm not overly impressed with the writing, but I don't hate it either. It's just kind of okay. It's mediocre. It's getting the job done, which I may have already said. So I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to go and I'm going to read, and then I'll check back in later, tomorrow, sometime. Bye, guys. So here's the deal. Let me turn the light on. I think I'm going to soft DNF Paradise 1 for now, because it's getting to the point where I find myself speed reading sections of it because it's very repetitive, and I'm just honestly not interested. And I'm feeling like some of the ideas and the concepts that are seeping in are a little nonsensical and obnoxious to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just my state of mind, because I have been fighting off a little bit of a slump, like I've mentioned. So I'm not sure if that's what's really happening, or if it's actually just not a book for me. At the start, I was enjoying it. I did like some of the horror elements and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that now's not the time. Maybe not ever, but definitely not now. So softy enough, putting it to the side. I will absolutely let you know what I'm going to pick up next. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm going to go look. I'm going to go look right now. We're going to go peruse my shelves, my TBR pile, and just see what appeals, Okay, see you in a minute. So I've narrowed it down to these 3. One of these is gonna be the one. I'm probably gonna read like the first page or first paragraph or 2 of each and see which one just kind of speaks to me. Here we go.